sure do love old houses.
Oh, so do I, Dan, and you'll especially love this one. It's a reconstructed log cabin that dates back to, would you believe, the 1820s?
Ah. Hi, I'm Dan Atkinson.
And I'm Sydney Coharrell. We're the co-host of TV12's PM Magazine.
And though it may not appear so, we are actually in downtown Montgomery in what's called the Old North Hall Street Historic District.
You know, Dan, I bet if this cabin could talk, it would have all sorts of stories to tell.
Sure, you're right, Sydney, and the history of this cabin is probably as interesting as the past year has been at TV12. Tonight on this special edition of PM Magazine, we put together a retrospective look at what went on at WSFA TV in 1980, just for our friends down in sunny Palm Beach. I'm in TV12's tape room. Let me show you some of the new equipment we received in 1980, like the addition of our second 1-inch video tape machine, which enables us to turn out quality commercial production in record time. Plus, we added 2 state-of-the-art ENG cameras and a brand new 3/4-inch editing station to our news department. Outside, we've completed the fencing of our new parking facility, and we're in the process of installing an electronic gate. But the highlight of the year was the acquisition of our great-looking PM Magazine van.
Need a lift?
Shortly, this completely equipped van enables us to produce 5 half-hour PM Magazine programs per week, capture all the excitement of Auburn University football on tape, produce a remote telecast of a local church service each week, and it now affords us the opportunity to branch out into on-location commercial production.
'80 was the year for community involvement, and clever programming tactics reflect our efforts.
During the summer, we auditioned over 125 talented Alabamians in our search for talent. After narrowing the field to the 25 best acts, we aired 4 special programs, then presented the top acts in major performances at the South Alabama State Fair.
And the winner received a $1,000 prize from fair officials.
And now it's time to strike up the band.
Over 8,000 people attended our first drum and bugle corps competition at famous Old Crampton Bowl.
For the holiday season, we televised this beautiful Christmas program, Unto Us a Child is Born, featuring the 100-voice Dalreda Baptist Church Choir and the Alabama Symphony Orchestra.
2 Alabamians were winners in our first Jefferson Awards, which recognizes people who help their neighbors.
In cooperation with the Red Cross, over 300 donors turned out on New Year's Eve to give their gift of life in the WSFA TV Community Blood Drive.
Dan and I were there, along with other members of our on-air staff, to meet our friends and give blood. We received this award from the Red Cross for our participation in this event.
And once again, TV12 was a major force behind the annual George Lindsay Celebrity Weekend, which supports the Alabama Special Olympics.
Without a doubt, programming's most phenomenal success story belongs to our own PM Magazine.
In the November sweeps, we maintained over 80% of our audience from the 6 o'clock news into PM Magazine. That means 87,000 households a night make PM Magazine our most popular prime access program ever.
And that makes us proud as a peacock, right, Dan?
Without a doubt.
This is the historic House Chamber on Montgomery's Capitol Hill.
TV12 has the distinct honor of being known as the most comprehensive news organization on the Hill. 1980 really was the year for news.
You're right, Dan. It was an election year, and WSFA was there. It was here in this building that TV12 News originated the League of Women Voters debate between senatorial hopefuls Jeremiah Denton and Jim Folsom Jr.
On election night, we gave our audience up-to-the-minute computerized returns of all the races.
We had live remotes in the Montgomery area, as well as live feeds from Admiral Denton's headquarters in Mobile.
Anchorman Bob Howell, political analyst Bob Ingram, and former Governor George Wallace provided background and insight about the city, state, and national races.
1980 was a big year for informative specials, too.
Gina Gregory did a number of reports on welfare fraud. Not long after her series aired, a full-scale investigation of the problem resulted in more than 100 arrests in the Montgomery area alone.
Norman Lumpkin, named the best investigative reporter in Alabama for 1980, gave our viewers an idea of what their chance for survival might be in the event of a nuclear disaster in Alabama.
At one shelter, I found empty water cans. I checked a stack of water containers, and out of approximately 15, only 2 appeared to have water in them. Food stocked in the shelters rotted years ago.
1980 was a year to remember in sports, too. One of the nation's most respected coaches, Ralph Shug Jordan, died. Phil Snow produced a half-hour tribute which was both touching and memorable.
James Ralph Shug Jordan, born September 25th, 1910, died July 17th, 1980.
It was the year TV12 broke the story of Doug Barfield's resignation under pressure as Auburn's head football coach.
Well, I was asked to resign. I would not have quit under any circumstances. I had been resolved in my own mind to do that.
And we were there first when former Bear Bryant protege Pat Dye was named as Barfield's replacement.
TV12 Sports moved heaven and earth to make sure hometown folks got to see Alabama State University's basketball team in the NAIA playoffs in Kansas City with 2 games fed back live by WSFA to Montgomery.
And wrapping up the year in grand style, Phil Snow went to the Cotton Bowl with a gentleman known as the Bear.
Who even showed off a new houndstooth western hat. The campus of Montgomery's Huntington College certainly is beautiful today.
One final note before we go, Dan. Remember our big 25th anniversary special from 1979?
Sure do.
Well, that program is a finalist in this year's NATPE Iris Awards competition, and the winners will be announced at Radio City Music Hall later this month. Let's hope we win, but we're really proud that it's the 2nd straight year we've made the finals for that award.
That's our special edition of PM Magazine. Next time you're in Montgomery, stop in and see the real thing.
Thanks for watching, and don't spend all your time working in sunny Palm Beach.